there, welcome to Createful Art. Today I'm going to show you how to paint this lovely, cute and pretty pig. This is inspired by my Createful Art members who wanted me to paint pets this month and my friend who has a pet pig. Alright, let's get started. What you need for this tutorial is an 8 by 8 inch canvas or a piece of paper, or you can use a panel, which is what I'll be using. And you can use whatever colors that you have. I will be using cadmium yellow, bronze yellow, cadmium red light, quinacridone magenta, phthalocyanine blue, brilliant blue, titanium white, and a black, which you could use a Payne's gray or ivory. If you don't have my exact colors, go ahead and go to createfullart.com and there's a lesson on mixing colors there. I pre-mixed my colors for this fall season so I can get right into painting, and I will be using these colors for several tutorials. You can get the color mixing video to help you mix these colors with me, and you just become a member right here, and I will put a link in the description as well to the color mixing video. Then all you need is a few brushes. I have a wash brush, a flat brush that's a half size, I have a detail brush, and then I have a size 8 round brush. I have a link to the brushes I like to use in the description as well. And these paint colors, they come in a set and they're in the description as well. And then all you need is water and paper towels and you're ready to go. So I've painted my background with one of the colors from my color palette. This is blue right here. And then once you're done with your background and it's dry, you're ready for the next step. I'm going to use my round brush and I'm going to mix my red color with my white here to get a nice pink. And I'm going to use this to sketch out my pig. So I'm going to start about an inch down from my canvas so that I have room for the ear over here. So I'm just going to take my brush like this, moving downward because there's hairs up here. And I'm going to make a slanted line, and this right here is the top of the head of the pig. And then I'm going to create an ear over here, and I'm going to go up and around, and then I'm just going to let it go to the side like that. Grab some more paint. This one I'm going to go at an angle like this, and then I'm going to let that angle round at the top and go to the side like that. Now right here where the ear is, I'm going to create a line. It goes up like that, comes down, and then there's some fur over here on the side. So I'm just going to scribble with my brush. And over here I'm going to create a line following that line. So I'm going to just show where the end of the ear comes in, right here, and then where some of the fat cheeks come in. So right in here. I'm going to make that ear just a little bit different right there. Now I want to put the eyes where the eyes should go. I'm going to take my white and I'm going to create a line around where the eye is, and then over here as well because they're really close to the ear. So you should have a line from here to here and it should be parallel to this where the eyes will be. And then right in the center here is the nose. I'm just going to grab a little bit of pink for that. And it's really not that far away from the eyes, so I'm just going to create this circle right here. And then down here at the bottom I'm going to make a line and then go to one side and go to the other side of where this side of the face will be, so you can kind of see where this pig is going. I'll just give you an idea of this pig. And that's how you sketch your pig. Now we can start filling in the colors of the pig. Now with fur, I like to always go the direction of the fur. So I'm going to come up here with some fur. So see how I have this brush still, and I'm going in the direction of the fur with my brush strokes. Now the more you have on your brush, the more plasticky it's going to look. So if you have a little bit less on your brush and less water, then it's going to start skipping and it's going to have more of a fuzzy look. And it's okay that you see some of that blue. That's going to create some harmony. Now I'm going to lighten my pink down a lot, and I'm going to put in some little long furs in here. They're coming out from the top. And it's just going to make it look a little bit more realistic. Not so flat up here. And then I'm being spontaneous with it. I'm not giving it hair all in the same place, in the same shapes. So I'm using the side of my brush right now to just get a little bit of a fuzzy look. And I hardly have any paint on my brush and no water. I'm going to create some darker strands through here. Like this. And I'm just going to be really fast with this painting because it's a very loose, fun painting. So at this point, you just kind of have fun with it. And I'm going to darken up the pink just a little bit right through here. And I'm going to go around like this, around the nose. I'm going to add a little bit of the gold color to my brush, and I'm going to put it up there. And a little bit of the gold color right here. And I can add some white to that to lighten it up if I want. And I'm going to go into the pink just a little bit with that color. And over here. And around this nose. And over here in this ear. Now with the pink, I'm going to go around the face. And there's a little bit of fuzz over here on the side, and that's really all you can see. It's just a little fuzz over here. So I lightened up that color, and I'm going to do the same thing, brush strokes that are irregular, that are similar and in the direction of the fur. I'm going to do that same thing over here, even though maybe this will be mostly covered. Now underneath the nose is going to be a lot of shadows. So I'm going to take my brown and I'm going to go right under here with some shadows. But then I'm going to follow some fur going out. You know how they kind of have this little beard kind of thing. There's fuzz under there. And then I'm going to take my darker brown and go right up here underneath the nose and then spread it out as well. And then just to make it so that this nose stands out, I'm going to lighten this color right through here and go around and down here. So throughout here, I'm just going to keep it kind of this pink color. I can always darken it if I want. Right here, there's going to be some shadow, just like up in here. So I'm going to take some brown and go right underneath the face. And I just left the pink on my brush. Okay, and then some black right underneath there. And then just go out with your black. And I just take this color and I move it around here. It's a dark pink. And I can lighten that up. Since this is mostly covered, it doesn't need to look perfectly like fur. I'll just give it a little fuzz over here. A little fuzz over here. And a little bit more dark down through here. So I'm basically just filling in this area, and where I want it to stand out, where I want the pig's face to stand out, I have to make it lighter against the dark. So if I want this nose to look like it's sticking out, I need to have some shadow around it against the light. I'm going to grab my square brush and my darkest color here, and I'm going to create just a black line like that. And then right over here, same thing. Now it's also important to get that dark where the nostril is. And this is kind of a different shape. It's like a backwards C with a little bit more of a thicker line in the center. So I'm going to push on my brush. You don't want to have a lot of water on your brush, like I did. Push on my brush and then come back out to a point. And then the same thing on this side. Push on your brush, you're just going the opposite direction. So right through here, I'm going to add in some black. I've already put some yellow in it, so I'm just going to pull towards the yellow so that it remains looking like fur. This is the shadow in the ear. Same thing through here. I'm just going to make this black through here. So there's a little bit of this shadow area right next to this eye. So I'm going to put this in. And I'm going to put just a little bit of a line right through here. This side I'm going to just add some brown. I'm just going to come out here and add some of that brown. Now just this will give me some contrast to work with when I add in the light. So right now I'm going to take my light pink, so adding white to my red color, and I'm going to put it right through here. And just move that color in there like that. So I'm using the edge of my brush to just make it look like it's a softer ear. Now that looks pretty flat, so what I want to do is I want to add just a little bit more of the light color in there up against this black. And that'll add some dimension in there. See how it does that? And then just add a little bit on top. I'm going to do that on this side as well. They're more like fuzzy ears. Add a little more highlights right through here on the side of the nose, just to give it a little dimension. And right along here, along this brown. See how adding these colors in is starting to make it have shape and form. Just along the eye here. And I'm going to give it a little light right above the eye. It kind of makes it look like there's eyelashes. Like that. And then right underneath the eye. Right underneath the eye here. Makes those eyes really stand out. Now I'm going to get my red and I'm going to go along this eye right here like that, and I'm going to add a little bit of that red right through here. Add it a little bit right through here, and I'm going to add a lot of it right through here. Don't worry about covering all that blue. And don't forget this eye over here. I'm going to add a little bit of the gold right here on this eye. Just to make it a little bit different, and then a little bit of the light. There we go. And some wispies with the end of my brush. This should be more smooth because it's not furry through here. So I just smooth it out with the edge of my brush. And then I'm going to come in and give it some more dimension. I'm going to let it dry first. Now I'm going to put in some details. So I'm going to come in here in the eye and I'm going to put a reflection in there. I'm just going to put it right here and right here. Just kind of adds a little bit more life to it. Then I'm going to make it smiling just because it's kind of silly. So I'm going to add a little bit of light through here and then go up on this edge. So it looks like there's kind of a smile to that. Like that. I'm gonna add just this little bit of here, just because it's fun. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight right underneath this nose right here, because it goes in right there, and a little bit of highlight right here on the top, right here, and right here. Makes those nostrils really stand out. A little bit of a highlight right through here along the edge. I'm just using my detail brush for that too. I'm gonna make this a little more subtle right through here. And a little highlight right here for another fat layer. This fatty. Just kind of go around like this. So the more colors you add, the more dimension and interest it adds to the painting. And a little bit of eyelashes right through here. Just gonna do it with this brush, but probably my detail brush would be a little bit better, so I'll grab that. Oh, that is cute. Okay, I'm gonna come up here. Just add a little bit of a line through here. Show some dimension. See how that added just a little bit to it? And a little bit of the light pink. It's a little bit of a flat head here. I don't want it to be so flat. And then just a little bit of dirt right in here. You know their eyeballs are not clean. Alright, then you can start adding in the flowers. Now if you don't want to go on from this step, you don't have to. This is just fun and creative. So I'm going to start by adding some black in for the stems. So I'm going to put some flowers right here. And we don't really have a green that we can pull from, but we could take our yellow and our blue and come up with something over here. And just add it in there. And then I'm going to push on my brush to get a little bit of a leaf right here. And push on my brush and then let it poke. And just get in some green leaves and stuff. I'm going to do the leaves first. And where I want there to be more contrast, I add more black. So just get in your green first, and then you'll have an easier time of it. Now it's time to put in the flowers. So with the flowers, I'm just going to create a yellow middle right here. Then I just wipe off that yellow, grab my white, and then I'm just going to make, instead of making a point, I make sure that the end's round. And I go towards that yellow, like that. And I just make some petals around there. No need to be perfect. You're just giving the idea or the gist of these being daisies. This should be a fast part of the painting, so you don't need to be perfect at it. Just grab your brush and make some petals go towards the yellow. Super cute, huh? Now I'm going to put a rose right here, and I'm going to have red and yellow roses. Let's see, I just got to decide where I want them. There, and you just go around in a circle, and then you add some light around it. Like that. And that's just a really easy way you can do a rose. And then instead with the purple, I think I'm going to just make some flowery looking things. So I'm just going to do some dots like that. Need a big beautiful yellow rose right here. Some white and a black center. See how fast and easy that is? And I'm scraping out a line in the middle so that the blue is seen underneath. See how I did that? Now you can fill this up, you can fill it, you can cover a lot more area than what I'm doing. It's just all depends on what you want to do. I'm done. See, pigs can be cute and they can be pretty and they can be pretty cute. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned a lot. If you want to learn more, go ahead and get my weekly art lessons. They're going to teach you all about composition, color theory, and all the things that you need to know to become a better artist and to be able to paint what you want. And then you can watch more videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!